There's a rural Rochester man that reports Amazon-related scam. Rochester, Minnesota, this is from KROC AM News. A rural Rochester man was nearly scammed out of thousands of dollars in a very unusual case, and he may not be out of the woods yet. The man reported the scam to the Olmsted County Sheriff's Office Saturday. He said he received an email indicating his Amazon account had been hacked. The man called the phone number included in the message and was told he was talking to an Amazon employee. The person told the Rochester man that the hacker was attempting to use the bank card associated to his Amazon account to withdraw $12,500. A person identified as a representative of his bank, this is the man's bank, then joined the call. The Rochester man was convinced to give his Social Security number and other personal information in an effort to prevent the withdrawal. But then he became suspicious and hung up. The man began contacting his bank and credit card offices to see if there was any fraudulent activity. None had turned up by the time he contacted the sheriff's office. A sheriff's office spokesman says that this is the first time a sophisticated fraud attempt like this has been reported. That's the end of the story. I've had my identity stolen twice in my lifetime.
Everybody wants to be Matt Logan.
Yeah. Nobody wants me. I always joke, I'm like, I am so safe. They're going to be like crying. And I'll be like, why?
What did I inherit?
All this debt. Oh, my God. No.
What? Who? Martha Makashani? Why? No.
I haven't had my identity, but I've had my credit cards charged several times. Never left my possession. But this one kind of hit home because at Christmas time I ordered stuff off Amazon, and we got part of them, and then we didn't get the other part of the order. And we got an email saying your Amazon account was frozen, and you're going to need to have that unfrozen in order to do this. You're going to have to provide this information. So that's why this one kind of hit home to me, because this could have been the same thing. To me, it was like, well, this is obviously a scam. I'm going to delete this. But it looked very official, and I could see anybody that maybe caught you off guard where you could do this. And I really felt for this guy because, I mean, it looked official. It looked very official. You can't order anything anymore on Amazon. You have to unlock it before you can place any more orders. I'm like, oh, geez, I got to do that. And, I mean, I feel for the guy.
Yeah.
See, and I come from the angle of, so I'm a realtor, and we deal with, well, I don't, but our title company deals with money transfers all the time, and scamming is huge, so we're very cautious of it. And we tell our clients at every transaction, our title company will never email you account information.
We're going to have to.
I'm so sorry. Good open laugh.
Good girl.
wants to sit
Jackie
on my lap.
wants to get in on the action.
I'm part of this crew.
Our guard dog.
They'll never email you information. They're very careful about it. And we tell clients, if you have a question, call us. And it used to be the scammers will never answer a phone call. They will always try to get you to email them information. And now, the last 6 months or year, they've been calling people. So it's like, if you have a question, call me in. I will contact title, because those places don't pick up the phone. They're calling you. So if somebody calls you, you should have a red flag right off the bat that, let me call you, give me a number, let me call you back, and see if that number matches your account numbers or whatever. And in today's age, the scammers are so smart, and you have to be guarded against just about anything to do with your finances, your personal information. Because, I mean, luckily with this guy, they hadn't been able to turn that around, but he was on it right away. But, I mean, it takes minutes for them to turn around and drain accounts.
Right. But one of the times what had happened to me is there was something kind of suspicious, and then I froze bank accounts for a few days. And it was like, okay, this is just a weird fluke thing, right? Well, they wanted to see how quickly I caught on to it, basically. And then probably 6-8 months later, they had duplicated checks made. And then, so that was one of the times, and they were writing out checks back when you could write out checks.
Wow.
You
They're
can't really
wicked
write out
smart
checks.
now.
I can't believe
So
they still
what's
have
so
checks.
smart?
And I don't want to give that as advice, but I give that I give that as a precaution to people because that's what's happening is they are actually saying, okay, we got the social, we got accounts, we're gonna hang on to this for 6 months or a year or whatever it is. They're gonna be comfortable, and now we're gonna zap them.
Yeah, their guard is down, and now we're going to hit them again. And
Yep.
I think it makes good sense to mention that right now it's tax time. So that seems like every year I notice that, there's always often something in the media about the IRS calling you, trying to get information. So I think it's, a good point to mention that, they're not going to call you. They're not going to ask you for your social security number. So be aware of that. Also, just on a personal note that I'm currently looking for housing. And so when you go to different social media outlets to find things, I've come across whether it's homes for rent or even homes for sale, it's mostly the homes for rent, where they have a listing and they want you to contact them. And to come to find out, it's just a scam. They want you to send them the first months and the luckily I caught on real quickly, and you almost, once you get good at it, you can start detecting a lot of these things pretty quick, whether it's by phone or on the internet. So there's always something to watch for, is what
Everything
I've noticed.
online, even dating is sometimes a scam.
Right? Yeah.
And
What
I'm
is
gonna,
going on?
I'm going to touch with what you said, Harmony. As a PA, is we in the business we see this all the time, and the hackers are stealing the realtor's information.
Yeah.
And if it sounds too good to be true,
It's-
if you think that you can get a 4-bed, 2-bath house for $800 a month, and you have to send first and last month's and the deposit to Illinois, and they can't show you the house, but you can walk
they're gonna
around the
s-
house,
and they're gonna send you
there's
the
a
keys.
and there's a for sale sign in the front yard. It's a scam.
Yeah.
So please use common sense.
Yeah. There's a meme, I love my memes, and it was something like looking for a 4-bedroom house, 2-bathroom, $30,
Yeah.
obviously,
Well,
too good to be true.
yeah.
Yeah. Use
What
your
I-
common sense.
I'm glad he caught it. I think he should have caught it a little bit sooner. But
Yeah.
this goes back to what I do in schools, right? Like, I was told by people that in the speaking business, do it this way. Go in here, tell them what to do, tell them how to do it, basically be a jerk. And I did it very differently. And I came in and I tried to empower students how to think, not what they needed to think, but how to think, to educate them on what realities are, what happens, all these other things, what I learned through it. And that's the problem right now that I see in so many places. Nobody is teaching people how to think.
How to have critical thinking.
Critical thinking.
Critical thinking,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
They're telling you to go down this right. They're telling you to go down this way and this way only, and then this is what happens. People get scammed.
Yeah. And you don't want to be a cynic on thinking that everybody is out to get you,
No,
but have your guard up a little bit.
Yeah.
And you can't just trust everybody for everything.
And it's unfortunate, isn't it?
It
Let's
is.
all agree on a personal level. That sucks that we have to live in this kind of a world where we have to question everything. Yeah,
horrible.
there's common sense, but it's we're pretty intelligent people, and the fact that we have to go throughout our lives with stuff like
speak
that,
for yourself.
and we have to suss out what's good and what's bad. It's like I think we all can agree we have better things to do with our time, but it's the world we live in right now.
The scammers are getting really good.
Hey, a lot of people have asked how they can support the work we're doing here at Matt Logan Speaks. Well, you see this hammer that I got in my hand? It's pretty big. All you have to do is hammer the share button. Go ahead and hammer out a comment to us. Go ahead and hammer the like button. Go ahead and hammer the subscription button. Go ahead and hammer the notification bell so that when we have new content up, you're the first to know about it. We really appreciate the comments, shares, likes, because you know what? That's the best way you can support us, because the algorithms on all these fancy computers, that's what they need. We appreciate it.